Hello, all. Welcome back to the next one. In this one, I want to actually refactor the conf test that we wrote, and I want to create one more class to manage the stuff that we wrote in conf test to handle the browser, depending if it's Firefox or Chrome or IE. So let me just bring up PyCharm and let me show you what it is right now. So right now it is taking the browser, and here itself it's calculating what browser we want to run the test, right? Tomorrow you might have various situations where you want to take operating system as well into consideration. You want to see if you want to run test on Windows, Mac, and so many variants are there. This can get big, huge, trust me. This is the reason I want to refactor this code and put all these configurations in a different class or a different module of Python, and then we will just use that module here. So actually I have already moved these things. I've already moved all these things to a new module, and it's pretty easy because I just moved everything right this and just added few more conditions for browsers so that we can run tests on different browsers, and I'm just going to explain it to you right now. So I created this module WebDriver factory.py under base package. Why I named it WebDriver factory? Because it's gonna generate a driver instance for me and it's gonna return the driver instance, right? So it is a factory for me because it's giving me driver instance. So it's a driver factory for me, WebDriver factory. So this is how it looks like. It's a class WebDriver factory. In the constructor we are providing the browser at this moment. So browser is something it's going to take and it's going to decide which browser it's taking and which browser driver it needs to generate. So basically then it's just going to assign the self.browser to browser, and I'll go through this portion in a while. For now let's just skip out of it. And then this is our method. It says get WebDriver instance. This is the method that's going to return me the instance of the WebDriver. Based on what? Based on the argument that we provide to it. So first it has a base URL. This is the URL that we are testing, and it should be common everywhere. We should be able to go to our web application from one place, and then we should be able to navigate inside the web application. We shouldn't put the URL in 10 different files. It should be just one common place. If the browser is IE Explorer, then I'm assigning driver to webdriver.ie. If it's Firefox, then I'm assigning it to webdriver.firefox. If it's Chrome, then I'm assigning it to webdriver.chrome. And by default, else also I'm assigning it to Firefox. And in fact, I can just get rid of it and take no argument, but I thought it's just okay to put it. It just doesn't matter. So we are just assigning the driver instances here. After that, we are setting the implicit wait time. Right now I'm setting it to 3 seconds. You guys can increase it because if you have a slow connection, please increase it. Then I'm maximizing the window. Then I'm getting the base URL. So basically I'm opening the application right here itself, driver.get base URL. And then finally I'm returning the driver. So this return of driver makes it as a WebDriver factory. And I have added some good comments so you guys understand it. It's an implementation which returns us the WebDriver instance based on the browser configurations. And this is here how we use it. And that's about it. Now let me go through this part. So from initial lectures, you should know that to run Chrome driver and IE driver, we first need to set the environment variables. We can't just run Chrome and IE directly as we do the Firefox thing. So if you remember, this is the kind of configuration that we do. We first need to set the Chrome driver, then we set the environment variable webdriver.chrome.driver, and then set the Chrome driver to it, and then we initiate the driver, like driver equals to webdriver.chrome, and provide the Chrome driver into the parentheses. The same thing goes on for Internet Explorer driver also. So if we are doing that, if we are running Chrome driver, we will have to copy those lines right here. So set Chrome driver, and we will actually have to not set here above it, above this line, set Chrome driver, and here also we will have to say set IE driver. So IE driver. So this is the thing that we want to do. If you are running IE or Chrome, you want to make sure that you are setting up the environment variable, because this is the basic fundamental. It applies everywhere. We're not changing anything. Then there's a preferred way. I have shown this in the lectures where I've talked about the Chrome driver and IE driver, that we can set the path on the machine where the browser is going to be executed. The path is the environment variable right away on the machine itself, and then we don't even have to run these lines. So just make sure whatever you want to do, just make sure the environment variable for Chrome driver and IE driver are set if you're using those things. Once we have this WebDriver factory, I'm going to go back to the Conftest. Here I first want to import the module. So I'm going to say from base dot WebDriver factory import WebDriver factory. Once this is imported, I'm going to say here WDF equals to WebDriver factory. Basically, I'm creating an instance of it, and inside it, I'm going to provide the browser instance, the browser name that I get from the command line. Once I get this, I can simply comment this code out. Let's just comment it out. And I'm going to say driver equals to WDF dot get WebDriver instance. So these two lines are going to get me the driver instance, and I can simply run my code just on this. So let me just, you know what, delete these lines. I don't want it, because I want you guys to see how clean the code is becoming. When we delete all these lines, our code looks like this, something like this. Now how do you think about the code? How do you think about the framework? We are modularizing everything. We are making sure that everything is created perfectly. It's a strong code, strong foundation. If we have a strong foundation for the framework, our tests are easier to read and write. So that's about it. You know what? Let me just bring this guy up and let me try to run this code. So py.test-s-v test home login test.py and dash browser equals to Firefox. I'm not providing Chrome right now because I think I don't have the environment variable set, but I'm just gonna do this one, and let's see if our test run as perfectly as it was running previously. So let's hit enter. Should bring up the browser. It's there. Let's go to .com. Should go to login page. Should fail the login first time, and then second time it should log in and then quit. Everything done, successful. That's about it. That's what I wanted to show you. So yeah, as always, please download the code, practice as much as possible, and just make use of it. I think this is something great stuff happening. Just make use of it. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you in the next lectures, guys. Thanks for running this one.